Welcome to Opportunity Knocks. I so get excited when we have this show because we have so many wonderful opportunities to help you find whatever it is that you're looking for. It could be a job, it could be a side hustle, it could be an opportunity to travel again. Ooh, with so many wonderful things. And today we have a wonderful guest, John Ward, and he's a repeat. He must be good. Hey, everybody.
Good morning, good afternoon, good
Good morning.
evening,
Good morning. It is morning here in Florida.
and Texas too. Welcome and thank you, Marian. This is one of our favorite guests, John Ward, out of Florida, and he's just one of those people who has knowledge that most of us don't have that we want. So we keep bringing him back, and I hope that you enjoy this show again today because he's always got such wonderful stuff to tell us about how to market ourselves, how to find the right place for ourselves in the world to do our work and things like that. So we'll get into that in a few minutes. But we want to thank all of you for being here today. Opportunity Knocks is not just about jobs. It's about any kind of an opportunity. It could be an opportunity to meet someone new. It could be an opportunity to show up at a networking thing online. And there's so many opportunities out there. But the number one thing you have to do is show up. And you're here, and we appreciate that, whether you're on live or on the replay. But we know you're here and that you're watching us, and we love you for that. So Marian has some really interesting jobs for us today. So take it away, Marian.
Now, how do you know I have wonderful job opportunities?
You always do.
I always deliver. Okay, so I got to tell you, I say this every week, but I got to keep telling you because it's important to me that whatever I bring you, whatever our guests bring you, whatever Louise brings you, you have to know that we have already made sure that it's legitimate and that it's a real thing. It's still happening and it's good for you. Okay. So the next thing I want you to know is it's always a remote position when I'm giving you the jobs. Okay. I don't necessarily want everyone to go out and get a job, job, because then you're in somebody else's control. And if you know me well enough, I don't like that. Okay, I want to be in control of my own thing. But you know what? Times are different now. You might have lost your job. You might have your income has decreased so much that you have to get a job. But I want you to be able to work at something you like, something where you could stay home with the kids and the dogs. There's so much going on that I don't want you to have to get in your car, waste the gas, have stress where you're pulling your hair out with all the traffic and all the stuff that comes along with having to show up at a job somewhere else. So all the jobs that I'm going to bring you today are remote, and they have been vetted. They are real, and they're paying well, and I'm excited.
Go for it.
Not only am I excited for me, but I'm excited for you. And we were talking this morning about how we would like it if you do find a job through our efforts. Would you let us know? There's comments on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, podcast apps. Just let us know because we want to keep doing this if it's working for you. We have heard from a few people who said they found a fantastic opportunity. Notice I didn't say job. So keep on showing up every week. All right, you ready?
Yes.
You're like, okay, Marian, shut up and give us the jobs. Okay. I found an interesting thing this morning on Ameva. Okay, I don't pronounce it right. I could never learn a second language because I can't even pronounce English. Sorry. I didn't mean that. I can, of course. Ameva is for people who are 50 and above, and they help you with opportunities for jobs. They help you with opportunities to travel. They help you with opportunities to volunteer, and this is worldwide. And so if you want more information about that, I'd be happy to talk to you because I've been very involved with them. And one of the jobs that they have today is for people who are 65 and older. They have this particular, it's not really a job. It's a thing where you use your voice. So it's like a side hustle, okay? You use your voice for AI. You ready for that?
Oh, now
Wow.
tell them what AI is.
You tell them what AI is.
Artificial intelligence.
There you go. All right. So it's called teamwork.ai, and they have careers worldwide, no matter what your language is. They have Spanish and German and English, of course, and anywhere in the world, you could be working for teamwork.ai. But what I thought was really cool was they had a very specific job for people who are 65. They want you to say 30 phrases in your in your in your voice, okay, in the way you talk. So if you're from Georgia or you're from Florida or Tennessee, they want to hear from you if you're 65 or older. But there's lots of jobs there. Doesn't that sound cool?
Nice.
Would you do something like that, Lady Lou?
I would, because I love to hear different voices. And I know I've been told I have a Texas accent, but it's a Missouri, Texas accent.
Well, look at all you have to do to prove that you can do this work is to have a computer with recording capabilities and have, your native talk. That's all. Can you speak English? All right, you're hired. I like that because some people just want, some extra work, maybe at night or on the weekends.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you ready for the next one?
You bet.
All right. This one I found is for people that are interested in health. And you notice that I put the experience here because it's really not that bad. Strong writing and editing skills. Well, there's always, there's software that can help you with that if you're not really strong in it. Experience using some kind of automation, like, I don't know, email marketing, like, I don't know, MailChimp, something like that. Experience in micro strategy preferred. I don't even know what that is, so I'm sure I could pass, right? I can learn. Healthcare industry knowledge and or interest. Are you interested in healthcare? I think most people are. We're interested in keeping ourselves healthy. I know John is. And strong organization skills. Wow, that's pretty good. Now, they have a host of different opportunities for you. This was just one that I picked out, Patient Experience Associate, because I really liked what they said. So I'm just going to read it real quick. This is the overview. The Patient Experience Associate is responsible for executing communication campaigns and projects for a variety of key patient initiatives and tracking the efficacy of these efforts. These include health reminders. How would you like to get a reminder for your appointment? That's what it sounds like to me, right? Mm-hmm. So you're going to be helping them build up reminders and making sure that it works. I could go on and on about this company, but I won't. I always go to Glassdoor, so that's the last thing I'm going to talk about today, and then we're going to open it up to John and Lady Lou. If you find a company that you want to work for, because let's face it, there's lots of business going on right now. We're trying to make up for lost time, and companies all over the world are hiring right now, and they love the remote industry now. Okay, this is the thing. So if you find a company that you really want to work for, take that name, the name of the company, and go over to Glassdoor. Glassdoor will help you understand how other people feel about working for that company, because they always let people come in and rate them. They rate them 1 to 5, and then they ask them about their pay. They ask them about their experience. How was it? What kind of environment was it? Did you feel comfortable? Were you? And they ask a lot of different questions, like for age and maybe the color of your skin. If you are a brown skinned person, did you feel comfortable? Or were they giving you some side eyes, depending on, what was going on with you. It happens in corporate America, and they can't hide it anymore. Go to Glassdoor and find out the secrets. All right.
I like that.
Now, do you guys have any questions or any thoughts about the opportunities that I brought you today?
I'm going to do the AI has just piqued my interest. I love to talk. So,
Yep.
why not?
Why not, John? There you go. Go to that company, teamwork.ai, and check it out.
Yeah.
Nice.
You can always use more money, right?
That's right.
And it's the fun money.
Exactly.
And for most of us, it would be just something to maybe take somebody to lunch or dinner, since things are starting to open up a little bit.
Or donate.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's great.
So.
Yes, well, we're so excited to have John back with us. This is a man I've known, I guess, 4 or 5 years now. I can't remember. But I met him through the phone. He called me one day about an opportunity, and I joined with him. And I have to tell you, John is not one of those people who gets people into his business and then just lets them hang or fend for themselves. He's one who jumps in there and trains you and helps you and guides you and gives you more information and finds other ways and does training classes. If you've ever been in a company that just lets you hang, you know what I'm talking about. So, John, tell us what you've got going for us today. How can people find the right companies to work with?
Wow, that's great. And first of all, let me thank both of you for inviting me back. It's an honor to be invited back. I've always enjoyed this show and everything that you do. So I know I'm grateful, and I'm sure people who watch are very grateful.
I think so. You're very welcome.
So one of the things that I think, first of all, that you have to figure out for yourself is what you want. And if you have to know who you are and truly what you want, especially in today's world, because so many things are changing and changing like this, and unfortunately, my belief is for those who don't change with it and don't adapt and adjust are going to be left behind. And it's a shame, but that's the reality. So, and the other thing is, why, one of the things that I always think about is, why do the rich keep getting richer? Well, first of all, as this show is, Opportunity Knocks, they always, when an opportunity is presented in front of them, they take a very close look at what that is. And if it aligns with them, they figure out then whether they can make that work within what they do. The rich don't get rich because they're lucky.
No,
they don't. They get rich because of opportunities that they listen for, and that when they're laid in front of them, like I said, they choose to open the door and walk through it or not. But they always listen and look and evaluate. Many people in industries like network marketing or looking for a job, they are looking because of desperation. They're looking because of, I need to get a job, or I don't want to do that. I'm not a salesperson. I'm not this, I'm not that, without being just open. And, one of the, Jim Rohn is one of my favorite people that says that, have you found the opportunity that's going to take care of you and your family for the rest of your life? Have you found that opportunity? Doesn't matter whether the rug's been pulled out from under you in these times. You have to go back and find that opportunity. And if the answer is no, the second question, and I use these questions, is how much time weekly are you spending looking for that opportunity?
Oh.
And
I hadn't thought of that part.
those are maybe the two most powerful questions that you can be asked. To get the ball rolling. And then, most people answer none. And I just say to them, look, the moment that you make the decision to look and start seriously taking advantage of looking, your self-esteem starts climbing. Because you just took responsibility for you. Keyword, responsibility. And then I just say to them, look, and when you do make that decision, check back with me, call me, and I may be able to shorten your search, because I may have something for you that will resonate with you and take care of your family for the rest of your life. So those are probably the basics, that someone really has to go deep within. To find the right company, you have to find the right person in you. You have to know who you are. Otherwise, the right company can be right in front of you and you won't see it.
I think that you're really on target, of course, about finding out what you're interested in, what's going to be good for you and your family. And if you don't know that, I suggest that you seek out the right type of coach or person like John who can help you. There are people out there that'll talk to you and they won't charge you. Okay. At least for the first 30 minutes. But you think about that, John, if you don't really know what you want, if you don't really know and you get into something and it's like, I can't stand this, I can't wait to get out. And, that's not good. That's a waste of time, energy, and you don't want that energy out there in the world.
No.
So what do you suggest that people could do other than maybe talking to a counselor or a coach or a friend about figuring out what it is that they're good at or what they'd be interested in or what they should go after?
What works for me is taking a sheet of paper, drawing a line in the middle, putting what my skills are, what I like, what I want, and what I'm weak at, and just list them. And then once you know that, then you can then talk with someone like me or someone like Marian or someone like Louise, and they can help guide you. It's hard to guide someone when they don't know what they want or what their skill levels are, because then it's like you're always fishing and you feel like you're leading the horse to water, but you can't make them drink. So to truly help someone, they have to discover some of that for themselves.
I have a story of a lady, and if you're listening, she usually is. She understands. I'm not going to use your name, but this is a good story about exactly that. Okay, so she came to me and asked me to help her make some money. So I said, I asked her a bunch of questions, and we came up with, well, she talks to a lot of people. She camps. She does a lot of camping. She goes out all over the United States. She meets a lot of people online. And I said, well, what about putting the people that know's family or pets on a mug or a T-shirt or something? Could you sell that? Oh yeah, that would be great. That would be wonderful. We spent probably a month designing and figuring it all out. And then she sold right away. She bam, bam, bam. She sold a whole bunch. but she quit. And I said, why did you quit? She said, well, Marian, I just couldn't handle the technology. She said, I loved selling it. It was easy. People loved the mugs. It was wonderful. But it was the technology. I just didn't feel like I could go on by myself. So here's the moral of that story. Do what you do best and farm out the rest. If you love selling t-shirts or mugs or something like that, but you can't figure out the technology, then find somebody who will do it for you. There's lots of people who that would be an easy task for them.
And there's tons of people, like what you said, you can farm out and find people who are really good at that and will elevate what you're already doing. You think about all the people that are wealthy. They don't perform. They surround themselves with people.
Bingo.
They surround themselves with people that can perform the task that they can't, nor do they want to.
Yes. Lady Lou, do you want to tell your story about how you decided you didn't want to do the technology and you decided you wanted a business?
I hired somebody, and Marian is the biggest one because she's got all this technology. Why do you think we're together on this show over a year now? I just show up, and she's got all the technology ready to go for me. Yeah. And I do the other work about getting the guests in and things like that and sending out letters. But I can do that. I know how to do that. But I don't want to mess with the technology because part of it is my eyesight. I don't have good, clear eyesight and can't see some of the programs. But it has worked. Find a partner who will do this.
There you go. Well, do you think I do my own taxes? Do you think I send out my billing to my customers? Do you think? No, I don't. Believe me. Take my word for it. I know what I do best, and I farm out the rest. Now, that could be, a challenge too. You might need some help trying to figure out who's the best person for that, and that's okay. That's all right. You can do that. Yeah. Right? So, John, I know that you offer some health and nutrition and related to keeping yourself healthy type products and services. Do they have to do everything? If someone on your team, do they have to do everything?
No, I want them to keep it simple and use the tools that are there, the tools, keyword, and use the tools, keep it simple. And then what you do best, then stay in your lane, know who you are. Don't try and be John Ward. Don't try and be Marian, and don't try to be Louise. Be you. That's in any industry that includes any kind of sales. You have to be you so people can relate to you. If you start trying to know everything, most people cannot duplicate that. They really get turned off. And I'm a believer that the word passion is overused because you can develop passion.
Yeah.
Passion, as long as you can align and find someone that you can align with and work with, you can develop passion. I mean, when I first got in the car business, I didn't know anything. And the guy trained me. He licked $100 bill, stuck it on his bald forehead. And he said, "That's all I want you to see." That was my training.
Oh my gosh, John.
Now, I did develop a passion over 28 years in that industry, a true passion for the industry, not that, but I became more of I basically told myself I did not want to be him. And I wanted to do it different, and I did. And I was extremely successful at it because I just stayed in my lane, and I became a very good salesperson and a very good manager. I was one of the top 50 sales managers for Chrysler in the country in 90 and 91, 89, 90, 91. But I didn't have passion for it when I first started, not at all, but I developed it. And so I think it's overused, but and it can fade. I'm sorry?
It can fade. Your passion can
Oh,
fade.
and it will. It's gonna go like this. I mean, when business was great, your passion was really high. But man, when business took a dip, it was hard, you know, and it was cyclical. And the thing that I loved most about it was every month I started at zero. I loved that. And I learned to love that. You know, when I first started, I didn't love it because I'm looking at my checking account going, oh God, how am I going to do this and this and this? But I stuck with it. And so I've carried that over into what I do now with network marketing and being a wellness entrepreneur and a health advocate. And I help people, and I help them from the heart. And I just try and simply find out their problem so I can give them a solution, whether it's financial, whether it's health issues, doesn't matter. I can provide a solution once I know what the problem is. And that's where most people make the mistake in any kind of sales. They don't discover the problem first because they don't ask enough questions. And so when you ask questions, and to your point, Marian, I just use an app that my company provides me. And once I find the problem, I send them a video that relates to that problem. So that's all I teach my people to do. You don't have to know everything about health, because if you did, you might as well go back to college and get an MD degree. And they don't know everything about health.
No.
Oh, no, we were talking about that this morning. If you have symptoms that are not common, oh, it's hard. Okay, the doctor was like, okay, well, I'll send you for some tests. Yep. And then 6 months later, oh, that didn't work. Okay, we'll send you for some more tests. It could be a year or two before they figure out what's wrong with you. You know, they don't know everything.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, I have people in my church who come up to me and said, if I ever get sick, I'm coming to you. And I have no certification. I have no degrees. I graduated from college in organizational communication, behavioral science with a minor in management. Those are my degrees. But I have nothing in health. But I developed a passion for it. So I read and read and read. And like Louise has called me, hey, you know, here's my issue. What do you think? Well, I read the hard stuff. So people they do come to me, but as far as business goes, when it's financial, I don't talk about that because that gets too overwhelming. But I just solved their financial issues. And, and there's, back to what you were saying, there's I think people, if they don't start learning about the blockchain and cryptocurrency, they're going to be seriously left behind, because it's changing. Yes. Literally, the cryptocurrency is pulling Africa out of poverty.
Really?
There's a huge financial shift in the world because those that see it, I forget how many millionaires are created a day in cryptocurrency. There's over $1 trillion in cryptocurrency today, and there's 9 trillion in the stock market. So guess where it's going?
Louise and I bought some cryptocurrency a couple years ago. I think $100 worth or something, right, Louise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but the power is truly the blockchain. My hope is someday that all voting will be on it, all media will be on it, all communications will be on it, because then you have digital truth.
Mm-hmm.
Because it cannot be hacked, manipulated. It's 99.99% truth.
Oops, that's big. That is big.
So
there's a whole nother world.
That's a whole nother world. But really, and one of the things you'll see here that's running here, I've been in health and nutrition for 20 years, and You know, it's been a journey, and I've studied and tried a lot of different things. Some didn't work, some worked well for myself and my wife, who has autoimmune issues. But I now market a historic breakthrough in affordable stem cell technology that is 0 ingredients going into your body, that basically uses the infrared radiation light from your skin to activate it. It's like going out in the sunshine, and that chemical reaction causes your body to make vitamin D. Same principle, only it's using your infrared light here. So that is where my health and nutrition is focused for the remaining days. I'll be 69 in May, and I'm going to work with this until I'm 75, and then I'll reevaluate, you know, how hard I want to continue to work, you know. But I have fun. I really don't work hard. I just have fun. And
You can tell.
yeah, you know, it's not work to me when I can help people.
That's how I feel too. I have a business mastermind that I started because of passion. I loved it. I used to do it for free until Louise ganged up with everybody and said, "You have to charge us." Can you believe it? They forced me to start charging. But anyway, you know,
That's when you know you're on to something.
Yeah, almost 2 years later, we're still going, and we're going strong. We're all writing a book together. It's a compilation book on community and what community has done for us, and how we feel about our communities, and how you can start out in this community, and then, you know, you can venture off into it leads to another community, and that leads into another community. And sometimes the same people are in each community that you're with, but you get to, I don't know, it's wonderful. It's going to be a wonderful book.
Yes.
And I'm not sure exactly when it'll be, you know, live, but right now we're having fun. We're all writing our own chapters, and we're doing what we call chapter reads.
Yeah.
And so we're reading each person's chapter, and then we have a form that we fill out. You know, was it something that we could understand? Is it something that that you got lost in? You know, where the characters? It's really good.
No, that's exactly how all co-authors write.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, I didn't know that. I had no idea, but we are having a blast, and everybody is excited about it. And so I think the passion thing can grow, like John said. Sometimes it's there already, and you just need to, you know, feed it, right? But I do want you, the audience, people who are watching, listening to us, I want you to know that we're here for you. All three of us here today would be happy to talk to you about what it is that's challenging you right now. Now, John, I know you have a free sample for people. Would you like to tell people about that?
Yeah, so for those of you that want to experience the stem cell technology, and look, stem cells, basically, when you were in your mother's womb, you were producing stem cells. So what this does is it takes you back to when you were a teenager and in your 20s, and gets you to produce stem cells. So it tricks your body a little bit. But you can go to, I think it's running across the bottom here, thepatchstop.com, the patch, not shop, but stop.com. So it's one quick stop. You can get a free one. You can get a 5-day sample, 10-day or 15, and just try it. And there's no obligation. You know, the 5 and 10 and 15s cost a little bit of money, but you know, if you want to try, give it a longer trial, you can, and you won't be disappointed. And for you ladies, it elevates a copper peptide. It also produces collagen. So the reason I look like I'm in my 20s, no, I'm just kidding.
Close.
Yeah, close. But no, it really is very functional, and we've seen some remarkable, and plus it's the way medicine is going with frequencies. And this basically works off of a frequency principle.
Yeah.
It's activating, so because our bodies and everything is energy and frequencies. And if you don't keep those energy fields open, things don't work.
That's right. And if you've got pain,
Oh,
this is one of the prime things this is good for.
yeah, it's rapid pain relief. It reduces inflammation, gives you lots of energy and vitality, better sleep, better skin, sports performance. I'm back to training for a marathon. Before I'm 70, I've committed to run 7 marathons, half marathons. I don't know the breakout yet, but I haven't run in 5 years. And it's allowed me to get back to running, and I'm running pain-free.
There you go.
And
so many of us are walking around, I call them the walking wounded, but you don't know they're hurting, but they know they're hurting.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. And I sent a couple of samples to a friend of mine, a friend of yours too, John, and she is having just absolutely miraculous things with some pain that she was developing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's good for everything.
Yeah, we're learning more and more. This product's only been out a little over 2 years, and we're learning more and more and more and more. And honestly, any health condition, I give it credit that it will a higher percentage that it will help you than anything I've ever done in 22 years. And
yes, it's a miracle, so to speak.
It's a miraculous product.
And it is.
And the people in the company are just like none I've ever seen.
Right. They train you, and that's one of the big.
Train you, but they lead from the front, and that's what I do. That's how I related to it. I don't ask anybody to do anything that I don't do. Not that I have done that I don't currently do. And so, I'm very spiritual. The CEO inventor gets down on his knees and prays before a production run. He flies to Ireland every time there's going to be a production run and prays.
Wow.
Who have you ever heard doing that?
No, never.
Yeah.
So you got to find the right company, the right products.
Absolutely.
It's one of those hard to do sometimes things, but if you're looking for an opportunity, call John, because he does the training. He does everything that will help you be productive, not just sitting on his honors and saying, oh, I've got this many people working with me. He does not do that. He just says, how can I help you and you and you?
Right. We had our first, I'll give you a good example. We had our first 30-day contest since I've been with the company, and it was global. And in North America, I ended up number 4 in North America. I didn't sit on my haunches, and that wasn't my team working. That was me.
There you go.
And so, I just love what I do. So, and what you said, Marian, I've developed a passion for this company, and
yes, it shows.
And it's just been great. So
I have 2 things I want to say before we end today. One is something I have found that really works for me to keep me on track. Okay, so let's say you're interested in John's opportunity, or you found something today that you really like, and you all of a sudden the dog starts barking, or it's time to eat or whatever, and you forget, and you kind of flitter off, and you just like, and you know what I mean? It's like, oh, I forgot to do that. Okay, so I don't have it with me, darn it, or I would show you, and next week I will. But I have this little book. It's just a little booklet, and it has lines in it. And what I did was I just took something hard on the side, and I went down, and I gave it this much room for check marks, okay? Everybody likes to check off a to-do list, right?
Yeah.
But this is a little different than just a to-do list. So I make, every time I think of something I have to do, oh yeah, I need to contact John. I want to get that patch. He's going to send me a free patch. Okay. So I write that down, right? In my little book. And then the next 5 minutes, I have another, I got to call Scott Marian. He's on my mind today. Why? It's Tuesday. No, it's tomorrow. Tomorrow. Okay. Got to do that. I got to talk to Lady Lou about, if I write it down in this real thin book that I have in my purse or wherever, then I have a master list. Then a few pages later, I have the date. So if I think I can really accomplish something today, I write it in that column. So I take it from my master list, which has every imaginable thing that I need to do. Take out the trash, create a show, call Louise, whatever it is I need to do. Then I can bring it over to today's list. Now, if I didn't accomplish it today, I bring it over to the next one. I go back to my main list and look and see what can I accomplish today. And I'm getting so much more done. It's wonderful. Oh, yeah. I hope that helps somebody.
Oh yeah, and I do the same thing. Only I like technology. I like
hey Scott, I was just talking about you.
I use an app called Calendar 5 that has a to-do list, a task list, and a calendar, and you do identical to what you're saying on it. And I merge it with all of my calendars. Nice. And plus I can set 5 reminders. That's why I got this, because of just, remembering. And then the really important stuff on my laptop, on Microsoft 10, it gives you a to-do list part that you can, so when you open up your computer, boom, it's sitting right in front of you. So I do the same exact thing. I've gotten away from writing so much because it just, I like to be more, it helps me keep my desk clean.
Well, here's why I started that book. Okay. Because I had little pieces of paper like this all over the house. And I said, where did I write that little note? And so I thought I need to keep it on one thing. I need to keep it. That's why this thing is working for me, because John, I'm one of these people, I have to write on paper. Yep. I have a phone, I have a computer, and I use it, okay? Right. But I still have this need to write it on here. I don't even know what that chicken scratch is. I have to, what is that? Oh yeah, my shopping list. So I take a picture of it. Again, I take it with me to the.
Again, it goes back to what I said at the beginning. You know you, and you do what works for you.
Right.
You can't do what I do. And I can't do what you do.
Right.
And as long as you know that, it doesn't matter, because you and I get the same thing done the same way, just using different tools.
Right. The tools really help.
The ones that kind of just really relate to you. I think it's fabulous.
Scott is in our audience, and he's asking for the website link. Which website are you looking for, Scott? We'd be happy to oblige. Just let us know what it is. We talked about a lot today, so it would be hard for me.
Yes, we thank all of you for being here, and in particular, John.
I'm very interested in John's product. I suffer from back and leg pain from a military injury that is getting progressively exacerbated as I age. Okay, so Scott, you need to contact John. He's going to send you a free sample. All right, here we go. All you have to do is go to thepatchstop.com and you can connect with John. And he would be
in the chat there too. And Scott, if you want to give me a call at the 941-888-4243, I'd be glad to talk with you, because we have a lot of, and thank you for your service, but we have a lot of military people that we've helped.
You bet.
And the owner of our company donates quietly to the veterans.
Yes.
And help. Yeah, we love free. On this, I do this, I love free when I receive it. It's harder when you have to give it. No, I'm just kidding.
That's it. Wow. Well, we're going to have to close now. Marian's got another show to do. But thank you, John. My goodness, this has been great. And you and Scott need to meet. It's been on my mind to introduce the two of you, because he does this marvelous networking program. And I think you might be interested in it. But thank you again for being here. We'll bring you back, because you're just always such a fun guest. Thank you.
Well, if anything I do, I have to have fun.
Yes.
If it required me to being serious all the time, I would fail.
We're the same way. We do not want to get too serious. We love to laugh and have fun and bring helpful information. Oh, Scott's busy today. What's he say?
Marian LaSalle and Lou Dewey, you two are truly a dynamic duo. Thanks for so much for your programming.
Oh, thank you, Scott. You're going to love each other. You and John are going to love each other. Oh, thanks again, everyone, for being here. We love you. Go to NaturalCuriosity.Life and subscribe for our newsletter. We'd love to have you. Hey, there's Lauren. Hi, Lauren. It's been fun, John. Thank you, Marian, for your help. And we'll see you on down the road.
All righty. I appreciate you gals and appreciate everybody for watching.
Thank you.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye.